Toy Story 5 has been announced, despite fans believing that Woody and Buzz were permanently gone with 2019's Toy Story 4. The first Toy Story movie was Pixar's first full-length motion picture, and it came out in 1995. Since Toy Story transformed animated movies, Pixar has established itself as the industry leader in animation, creating emotionally stirring tales that appeal to both adults and kids. The quality of the Toy Story series has never declined, in contrast to other animated franchises, and each one has brought in new, adored characters. In Toy Story 4, the final installment of the series, except from the spin-off Lightyear, Woody and Buzz bid farewell for the last time as they parted ways. Bo Peep, a lost toy, helped Woody start a new life, but Buzz remained Bonnie's property and lived contentedly with Jessie, Rex, and newcomers like Forky. But even if Toy Story 4 has a happy ending, Toy Story 5 will give some of the toys new adventures. There aren't many details, but Pixar's iconic franchise isn't over yet. The latest Toy Story 5 news. Pete Docter explains how Toy Story 5 will be different. As fans eagerly await the fifth installment of the cherished animation series, Pixar's Pete Docter provides the most recent update on the plot. In his new position as Pixar's Chief Creative Officer, the director of beloved Pixar movies, including Monsters, Inc., Out, and Soul, spoke out about the changes that have occurred in animated films in recent years. Docter went into greater detail about how Toy Story 5 will vary from previous animated films due to the fact that contemporary films have sped up. Docter continued to commend Andrew Stanton's direction, stating that viewers will be wondering, wait, is this a Toy Story movie, despite his lack of specifics. In addition to the necessity of accelerating the pace to meet contemporary tastes, Docter made it apparent that a significant overhaul is required to prevent staleness after 4 Toy Story films. Although it's unclear how it will appear in the finished film, Docter's clues seem to indicate that the most recent film will mark a significant shift. Pete Docter's full comments. If you go back and look at Bambi, I'm picking an extreme that's kind of intentionally slow because it is about nature and watching the changes, seasons, and things. I think films have definitely sped up. Even Toy Story 1 to Toy Story 4, the level of visual sophistication, including the pacing, we're just trying to keep in touch with the rhythms of the world, and it's definitely faster. So I will say, Toy Story 5, I think writer and director Andrew's done a really great job of letting moments breathe in unexpected ways. Things that make you think, wait, is this a Toy Story movie? With some of his choices, which I think we need at this point. We've had 4 of them already. We gotta keep people surprised, so it's going to be fun. That was important to us at the time when Toy Story came out. There wasn't a lot of films that did that. There were a lot of them that were like 4 kids, and nothing really other than maybe from Japan or something for adults. And so our goal was to, in the same way Steven Spielberg did with Indiana Jones and Star Wars with George Lucas, we'd love to bring animation into something that we as 20, 30-year-olds can enjoy. Toy Story 5 release date. The 5th installment is coming in 2026. Disney has set a 2026 release date for the 5th film in the cherished Toy Story series, despite the fact that not much is known about it yet. This indicates that the performance elements are likely taking place concurrently with the actual animation. Although future release dates are always subject to change, fans may anticipate seeing Toy Story 5 on June 19, 2026, since Disney never misses deadlines. The Toy Story franchise includes Toy Story 1995 with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 100%, Toy Story 2 1999 with a score of 100%, Toy Story 3 2010 with a score of 98%, and Toy Story 4 2019 with a score of 97%. Toy Story 5 cast details. Are Woody, Buzz, and the rest of the gang returning? Although Pete Docter has confirmed Buzz and Woody's return, not much else has been announced regarding the cast of Toy Story 5. Given that Buzz and Woody have been the franchise's mainstays since the first film, the statement isn't all that shocking. Although the performers have not yet been formally revealed, this implies that Tim Allen will most likely reprise his role as Buzz Lightyear and Tom Hanks as Woody. Toy Story 5 will be no exception to the franchise's tradition of introducing fresh and intriguing characters with every follow-up. In 2024, Disney unveiled a concept art still at D23 that included numerous characters from earlier films making a comeback. In addition to Buzz and Woody, the still featured Jessie, Slinky Dog, Forky, Rex, and Ham. Those characters are very likely to make an appearance. There is no assurance that the original performers will play the characters again, though, even if they do. The presumptive cast of Toy Story 5 includes Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, Tom Hanks as Woody, Joan Cusack as Jessie, Tony Hale as Forky, Wallace Shawn as Rex, John Ratzenberger as Ham, Blake Clark as Slinky Dog, and Annie Potts as Bo Peep. Toy Story 5 story details. Endless possibilities for the next Toy Story movie. Disney clarified a lot of the mystery surrounding Toy Story 5 during their presentation at the 2024 D23 Fan Conference. Toy Story 4's conclusion was very definitive, but the upcoming sequel is expected to put the toys through a test they have never encountered before. The toys will now attempt to remain relevant as their owner grows enamored with technology rather than traditional playthings, according to director Andrew Stanton. This will probably only be one part of the plot of Toy Story 5, but Pixar movies frequently succeed when its concept resonates with viewers. Although he hasn't provided many details, Pete Docter, the chief creative officer of Pixar, has stated that Toy Story 5 will be different from earlier films. Paradoxically, Docter acknowledged that films have accelerated recently and that contemporary viewers like fast-paced productions. It's unclear exactly how this urge to speed things up will affect the plot of the film. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.